I'm Brant. He's Chris. We put on a show you just can't miss. He says cowabunga. I say yo, Joe. Welcome to the Chris and Brant show.
As Cindy actually walked in, as you started
Of course.
saying that, he always has one person that he showcases to.
It's okay. I committed to doing this like forever, so whatever.
She's
Hi,
laughing.
Cindy. Of course she is.
He said hi. He said hi. She's still laughing, but she waved. She waved.
Hi. Yeah, laugh it up. Laugh it up.
So, welcome back to the Chris and Brant Show, everybody, where we talk about things and things that are going on right now or San Diego Comic-Con things.
This is true.
So, things. How's it look, Brent? Do you see both of us, or is it only one of us?
Just one of us.
Oh, I'm going to fix this. If I do this, does it change anything?
Oops, I closed it. Hold on.
Why would you close?
I don't know. Because I'm dumb.
Broadcast live video to see my audience and hide the other video.
For anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, and anybody that knows how to do this, by the way, maybe, let me push it to live. We're trying to get the picture-in-picture thing when there's only two of us here. And I'm not seeing it, so no.
Okay, so then I don't know. Ugh.
It's cool. Don't worry about it. Just if anybody knows how to fix that, let us know.
Please, because we really
Live
want.
or post live, we don't care. Just tell us so we can do it from now on.
Let's see if I add the Hangout extension. Maybe that'll help.
Okay. As we go through these technical problems at the very beginning of the first Chris and Brant show.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
How many
you guys
ever
will see
months?
stuff side to side.
No, go ahead and do what you're doing. We can still talk. I'll check it periodically. Keep going around.
We have somebody. We have Spartan. What's up, Spartan? What's going on? You are up late, man. And then you tell me you got to run off the PlayStation all the time. Liar. So we're here to talk about San Diego Comic-Con Day 1. This is the recap. So actually, recap.
Ricola. Sorry, I snorted. Why did I snort? Oh my goodness. This is not going well.
This is not starting well. So actually, I will drop one thing that actually came out yesterday, pre-Day 1 on Wednesday. DC dropped the Batman Telltale game trailer for Season 2. There's going to be a second season of Batman called, the Telltale game called The Enemy Within. And it looks like Riddler is going to be playing the main star along with the Joker. Because for those of you that didn't play the first season of Telltale, that got teased a lot. I didn't either. I still have to play it. I just know they spoiled that when they did the trailer.
I appreciate the Telltale games. I can't get into them. It's just they're like point and click kind of games, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's just,
point and click and puzzles.
Yeah, the puzzles I don't mind, but I don't know. I have a hard time getting into the point and click stuff for some reason. So.
No, it's understandable. I figured this was big news because a lot of people said that Batman is their number one. I mean, next to Walking Dead, Batman is a lot of people's number one favorite. Telltale. Honestly, I like the Batman. I want to get it. Now I really want to get it because I don't want to fall behind. If it becomes a Walking Dead where there's multiple seasons,
right,
I definitely want to be on top of it. So that's awesome. I'm really happy Batman got a season 2. It's really hard to do that with Telltale. Other than Walking Dead, I don't think. Did anybody else do it? No, I don't think anybody did it.
What? I was trying to see. Who came in? I couldn't see.
I was looking at the door.
Oh, no. I was trying to see the door. I can't see the door. This is not a window. It's a computer screen. I got to remember that.
It is 3:30 in the morning, just to time everybody. So we are slap happy already. And we just started the show. The only other thing I wanted to mention, which was from today, is TMNT Ghostbusters is getting another crossover. There will be another crossover. And they actually have – did you see the crossover figures from the movie?
No.
Oh, you should look it up. TMNT Ghostbusters movie crossover figures. Like, they legitimately are the Turtles with, like, Bill Murray and everything face. Like,
Oh, really?
Not the face, but the hair and everything.
That's funny. Let's see. I'm looking. Oh, yeah.
Awesome, right?
Okay, that's funny. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What's going on, Brevin Campbell? Welcome to the show.
Awesome. Got 2. We didn't think we were getting any viewers tonight. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, we got 6 viewers right now, so thank everybody for popping. I know one of them is probably you because you were checking the camera.
Yeah, I'm still looking at it. It's me.
That's fine. Thank you all so much for being here with us at 3:30 in the morning. You people don't like sleep, apparently, so why not spend time with us?
That's right. There's no better time to be spent than with us. I mean,
that's why the Chris and Brant show is so popular. Contracts. Vince McMahon trying to get us still.
Yeah, so popular. We only do one show every 6 months or something. I don't know.
Oh my God. So, Brant, now I'm going to pass it to you because I think those are my 2 articles that I had on my computer. The rest is all on your computer.
Yeah, so we'll just jump around here. First thing I want to talk, because I want to bag on this. I'm sorry, but
Go ahead. Let's do that first.
They're planning a Doctor Doom movie. 20th Century Fox has a Doctor Doom movie in development. You heard that right, Doctor Doom, the villain from the 3 Fantastic Four movies. Same villain, getting his own movie.
But which one? Is it the Doctor Doom from the good Fantastic Four, or the Doctor Doom that was from that?
Knowing Fox, it's going to be a completely different one, a third one. Who knows? I don't know. There's not a whole lot of details on it, honestly. All they just say is, I'll just say 2 words. First one is Doctor, and the next one is Doom. That's what they got in development, and basically, they are trying to hang on to that license. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we got to do a movie, and Fantastic Four did so poorly that we got to step outside this. So let's take the villain from that movie and give him his own movie, because hey, Sony's doing Venom. Why not? Okay.
I agree with you. It's literally so they can hold on to the Fantastic Four franchise for another. I think they have to do a movie every 5 years, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So this is basically to solidify Fantastic Four another 5 years. They did such a horrible job on the newest Fantastic Four movie. God, Fox, let it go. Let them. I mean, Sony was smart and gave Marvel half rights back with Spider-Man. Let it go. You aren't going to come up with anything good. You had a good thing going, and you let it go, and you made a fail of a movie.
Honestly, I would have rather them just done a Silver Surfer movie. If they were gonna go with one of the side characters that they still have the rights to, do that. But a villain movie with Doctor Doom, who we've already seen in 3 movies, it makes no sense. I don't know what story you tell unless you're going to Latveria and telling his whole origin story, and then it's like, who cares?
It's gonna be garbage.
Yeah,
the guy that did Legion is making it. Logan and Deadpool were good. Has nothing to do with Logan or Deadpool. We're talking about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Logan and Deadpool were good. They were Fox, but they were X-Men, and these are not X-Men. This is a whole different. You've seen. You're talking about this. You've seen obviously some of these Fantastic Four movies. Have they ever done Doctor Doom right?
Nope.
That's my. I like the first 2 Fantastic Four movies.
I did too.
I still don't think they did Doctor Doom right, ever.
And I like Deadpool, and I loved all 3 Wolverine movies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first one a little. The new one I liked. Logan I liked.
Logan was really good. Origins was half good, and I'm in the minority that I actually like the second one. So.
Yeah, but not Fantastic Four. I'm sorry. The first 2 Fantastic Four movies were good. The last one, I'm sorry, but Michael B. Jordan should have put his foot in his mouth when he was like, this movie's going to be the best movie ever. And y'all are doing this and y'all are doing that. And then the movie came out, and did you notice that Michael, or I hope that's his name, Michael B. Jordan, it is?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Michael B. Jordan, he shut up real quick when that movie got like and it got kicked out of the. They literally kicked the can of film back to Fox and said, "Just make your DVDs because we're done."
Right. Now you bring up a point, Brevin, that the Legion guy is doing it. Lisa likes Legion. I don't like Legion. It was boring. It was boring to me. I watched 2 or 3 episodes, I think, and I can't get into it. So, I mean, I know it has a fan base, and I know there's been a lot of critical acclaim, and I know people, obviously, that really like it, so that's cool. Maybe it'll be good for some people. I don't have high hopes just because I don't like Legion either. So
I didn't like Legion as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I just really don't think Fox has a good perspective of Fantastic Four. They did. The first 2 movies they did, and then this new retelling just they messed up.
Those first 2 didn't do great either. I think a lot of people had problems with some of the casting. I didn't mind it. I thought it was perfect casting personally.
You say one bad thing about Jessica Alba. Anybody?
I will never say anything
not
bad.
You, but anybody out there that
thinks
bad about Jessica Alba, and she's pregnant. She made such a cute little tweet about it. She's pregnant, and I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy. But I'm just saying, Jessica Alba, there was nothing wrong with Jessica Alba playing Miss Fantastic.
No, I agree with you completely. But yeah, that most recent one, I finally got a chance to watch it like a couple months ago here, and I was just like, I'm so glad I did not go to the theater and spend money on that. I would have been so upset. I'm still upset. I spent money on Batman v Superman, but we won't go there.
No, that's not. Oh, God.
Moving on from this crappy news.
As we lose almost all of our viewers doing this.
Sorry. Okay.
No, that's our look. Yeah. It's our opinion. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it is. Fair.
You can disagree, and I'll listen to your reasons, but I'll still disagree with you. Anyway,
I'll
speaking of questionable media-related things, this wasn't on our agenda, but I'll bring it up. Did you see the Krypton teaser that came out today? No. I
just don't want to.
It was like 20-something seconds long. You can't even call it a teaser. It was like a couple of clips that we've already seen. There was somebody holding a ring that had the S on it, that the symbol of the House of L, and then some kind of statement about the blood of the House of L will always something, and then it goes black. And it's like, what? No, I don't understand.
This is going to lead into Smallville. That's what I feel like. This series is going to be the prequel to the prequel of Superman.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. Obviously, I'm going to give it a shot and try it out. But this teaser did nothing, absolutely nothing to get me excited about this. And if you're at San Diego Comic-Con, you got to give something more than that. That's just not enough. I'm sorry.
I 100% agree, and I will say 2 things. Number one, Alan, I don't have to pay Brant anything. Brant stays up late regardless. We decided to do the show at this time because this is the time we're both.
Alan, it was actually my idea, believe it or not.
That's right. It was Brant's idea. I thought Brant was going to be busy this week. But as far as Krypton, if there's one channel I don't like more than Fox, it's Sci-Fi because of their drastic, well, we're done. We're done. The show is popular, but we don't care. We're done. Warehouse 13. Never forgive Sci-Fi for Warehouse 13. We're done.
Warehouse 13 could have gone on for a lot.
This is the channel, but this is the channel that does Sharknado. And
that's true.
And again and again and again.
They do have some good shows, but you're right. They do just kind of end abruptly. Eureka is the only one I think Eureka and Haven, I think, are the 2 shows that they let play out to where they had a solid ending.
That's true. But not Warehouse 13, and it deserved it.
It did. It was a good show. One of their best.
So Jada, be happy. There's one network I hate more than Fox, and it's Sci-Fi. And they're if this show is popular, boom, it's gonna be over in 3 seconds or less.
Speaking of Fox, though, and I totally forgot. I recorded this video and forgot to put it up on Frontline today. I just now remembered that I did it. Speaking of Fox, there is an X-Men TV show coming to Fox. Everybody knows about this. It's called The Gifted. There was a viral site that they launched today called sentinelservice.com. Did you see this?
Oh, no.
It's fun because it's just like this medical site. It's like all this information, like this is the symptoms you could have if you have the X gene and such, and get tested now and this kind of thing. But you click, I know, but it's fun because you click get tested, and there's like this hacked video that pops up with Jamie Chung, who plays Blink, and she's warning you, don't trust Sentinel Service. If they find out you have the X gene, you're in deep trouble, so you need to stay off the radar. And it's just fun. I like stuff that immerses you into the whole experience like that. So I did appreciate that. And The Gifted actually looks pretty interesting. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one.
I got Jada laughing because I mentioned I hated sci-fi more than Fox. MT's here, but his internet's down. He's using mobile data. Put up some questions and check out the video later. Definitely, MT, feel free to.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to fail harder than FF.
Yeah.
Really, Alan? You had to find that Fox plug to throw in there?
That's all right, though.
All right.
It's Fox, though. They'll cancel it after 6 episodes, but even if it's good.
We are going to talk about Doomsday Clock, MT, so that's on the agenda.
Absolutely.
He asked about Doomsday Clock, so we will talk about Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I saw Gifted. I did. I saw the characters that are on it. I mean, this is coming from somebody who doesn't really watch much TV either, but no. I'm not
your thing? Okay.
Not my thing.
That's fair. It seems like up my alley, so I'm hoping I'll enjoy it. Hoping I'll enjoy it a lot more than I did Fear the Walking Dead. I'll say that. That was an awful show, and it's still going on.
I watched the first season of that, and I was like, I ruined my life again. Another show that ruined my life.
I couldn't even finish the first season, dude. It was that bad for me, and I stick with stuff.
It was so bad. It was really bad.
Yeah. So I did. Anyway, moving on.
Some good.
Marvel is taking a note from DC, and they are creating a line of digital-first titles that will be exclusive to Comixology. There's no word on whether there will be actual print editions of these eventually, but at least at first they're going to be exclusive. Exclusive to Comixology. The first one that they're coming out with is Immortal Iron Fists, and that is plural. So there are multiple Iron Fists in this book. There's going to be a young female monk from Kunlun and the youngest person to ever bear the mark of the Iron Fist, and so on and so forth. It's a 6-issue, twice-monthly title for $2.99 for non-members or free to unlimited subscribers. So
sounds very interesting. I like the idea of the miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably wait for the trade though. And this is not specifically for Marvel. I did this with DC as well. I don't buy digital first. What's up, Enter the Edge Network? Thank you for popping by. Man, we have 7 views. You guys are crazy, but in a great way. Thank you for popping in for this show. You won't believe. I do believe it, MT. I already shared it on my Facebook. He's talking about Linkin Park.
Yeah. Very sad.
It is very sad. But I'm definitely interested in this, that they're doing the digital first. A lot of digital first stuff is really good. I prefer having the physical copy over the digital, unless it's a book I'm not interested in. Then I always go digital first.
Yeah.
But like, for example, with this, I like Iron Fist. I'm getting Iron Fist physically. So for this mini series, if it came out physically, I still probably would have gotten it as a trade because it's a mini. But either way, I would probably wait for the trade.
Gotcha. No, I understand that. I've never been too heavy into the digital first stuff either. Just like with Injustice, I preferred to pick up the physical. I know Jay reads all the digital first, like that from DC. I have a harder time following in that format for some reason. So
me too. Every week, because it's a chapter a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a lot to keep up with, I think. But no, it's cool. It's there's definitely an audience for it, so that's cool that they're capitalizing on that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right. So you want to talk about some video games?
Yes. And just real quick before we get into video games, Alan, we will definitely be talking about that very soon.
Yeah. That'll be the next thing actually.
Oh, nice.
All right, so Marvel had a games panel today, or yesterday now, I guess. But they were talking about some upcoming games and some continuations of some other games, I guess. There were like really three notable games out of this. One was Marvel's Powers United VR, and they're working with Oculus. I don't think they said which system it's going to be on, but it comes with a VR helmet and controllers. It's a first-person shooter, and you can play as Rocket or Captain Marvel or Hulk or Deadpool. So that's pretty interesting, especially they're getting those gun-toting characters like Rocket and Deadpool in there for sure, and then you get your heavy hitters like Captain Marvel and Hulk. I think there was mention of a jetpack. There's the Masters of Evil that have the Cosmic Cube in it. Stark Industries and Shield, Lockjaw, all this stuff is being thrown into this VR game. So it sounds like it could be really interesting.
Yeah, it definitely does sound interesting. It's definitely something I would look into. I would definitely probably look into this game. But again, there's so many games that come out. I would have to see a trailer for it. I think I need to see like a dedicated with gameplay in a trailer. But I've been very interested in a lot of games lately.
Yeah. One of the you'll appreciate this though. One of the sequences, I guess one of the cutscenes or whatever in this, has Deadpool beating up a Kree soldier with a plunger. I thought that was pretty funny. Next up was the next installation of Marvel vs. Capcom. It's called Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Jetta from the Darkstalkers will be in there. Mega Man X and Dante will be in it.
I'm glad they didn't mention. I don't think they mentioned Mega Man X, or did they? I think they mentioned Mega Man.
Oh, yeah, Mega Man X is actually going to be in it, and the Infinity Stones are back in this one.
Yeah, apparently, what the story is supposed to be about is the Marvel universe and the Capcom universe. This time, there's an actual story. Usually it's just the fighting game period. They actually made a story where the quest is to find the Infinity Gems, and Thanos plays a role in all of this. It looks really good. That's why I think this game is going to stand out. See, when Marvel vs. Capcom, that's a pivotal game from our childhood. We played that. They never remade it. They never made more. Then they made several. Now we're getting an actual game with a dedicated story mode attached to it.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, this actually says it was inspired by Bendis's Age of Ultron comic.
Yep.
So that's interesting. And they showed off some new gameplay location, which also plays into current comics. MODOK's Lair.
Yep.
Featuring Spider-Man, complete with a super move with him dodging pumpkin bombs. You'll have in the trailer that I guess is either out or we'll see soon. You see Gamora, Thanos, and the Mind Stone in it, so that's cool.
Entity Edge Network says the demo is not bad for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Hope the roster is thick, though. I think what's going to happen is, because we're in the era of DLC, I mean,
right?
You can't escape it. I feel like even if it isn't, there'll be a season pass, or there'll be an Ultimate Edition that'll have 30 or 40 characters.
Yeah, that'll be something. Absolutely. All right, so next we have Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, which I never finished the first one because Lisa didn't really like it. So I loved it, and I just couldn't get anybody to play with me. But this one has Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Gwen, World War Hulk, Wild West Captain America, Rocket and Baby Groot, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange. It's a direct sequel. It's going to have Kang the Conqueror involved with it. You're going to medieval England, the Wild West, 2099. It's the largest
comic. It's supposed to be more comic centric instead of cinema centric this time.
Right. It says it's the largest open world in a Lego game, period, which is pretty big. They tapped into stories like Avengers Forever and Kang Dynasty to get some of the narrative for this one. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's going to come out on November 14th. I'm actually looking forward to that one.
Brant, did you pre-order the game?
No, I always get my games late. I'm
Oh,
not saying I'm going to get it on the 14th. I'm just looking forward to it.
I'm actually gonna check, but the last time I checked on Amazon, now I mean that could have been just for that weekend, but the last time I checked Marvel 2 Lego.
Mm-hmm. Chris?
Come here.
Oh, you didn't finish your sentence, or you cut out. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm checking to see if it's available again. It's available again.
There you go. We got
For a time it was sold out. It was.
You got the uncanny Kyle Walker in the comments. Comments, not comments.
Prince Kyle, what's up, man? We call him Prince Kyle because he's from United Kingdom.
Ah, gotcha. So they showed off some gameplay video of Carnage and Venom combining into Carnum and throwing in Skull Bus.
I didn't see that yet.
I haven't seen it either, but that sounds awesome. I want to see that now. Let's see. Howard the Duck will have an armored alter ego called the Iron Duck.
Uh-huh.
That sounds fun. Next up, they talked about Contest of Champions. That's going to feature Sinister Six. They showed off some Green Goblin in action. They talked about the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series, discussing Rocket's long lost love, Lila. So, okay.
Lila.
Lila. Should have been Layla, so we could sing the song.
Layla,
got me on my. Anyway, let me see if there's any more. Had to load more on the screen to see if there was any more information. I think they go into the Spider-Man game.
Yeah, the Spider-Man game, they're not going to add any more. I was disappointed with E3. They really only added the Miles and gameplay. Yeah. They didn't add really much else.
Nah, gotcha.
Still no release date on that. They're saying 2018 now, and it's like, really?
Yeah.
A year we got to wait?
It looks like the focus of this was a fight between Spidey and Mr. Negative.
Yeah, that's where it left off. Yeah, the trailer for E3 left off, so they stretched it more.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So no real new information, just a little bit of extended footage. All right. So toys. Action figures. DC collectibles. Specifically. Because I haven't seen any of the rest of the stuff, but I did see, we were looking at the DC collectibles. They announced 41 different figures and statues. Some pretty cool stuff. They got some classic looking figures that they're coming out with of the Justice League. They got some bombshell statues. They got a really cool statue that Chris and I both want of Superman and Flash racing.
Oh my God, I'd be rich. Kyle, you're a prince. Get me one.
Well, hey, if you're handing out stuff, I mean, send two now.
I'm gonna cut you off because I'm annoyed. All right, this month I didn't get the new Justice League box set because I only wanted Superman with the blue boots. So I bought it. I got it for this month. I have it set coming in the mail from DCBS. As a matter of fact, it either is this week or next week that it's coming. This year at San Diego, well, the Blue Boot Superman only lived, his lifespan in comics was only 2 or 3 story arcs from everywhere before he recombined the red and blue, and now he has red boots. So next year, DC's releasing a red boot with the updated belt version of Superman as a figure. I just bought the blue boot. Now I've got to buy the red boot, and the statue with flashes with the red boots.
Don't you love the way he said, "Oh, now I gotta buy the one with the red boots"? There's no question.
It's not like you cannot tell me not to buy it, especially if I want the blue boots.
It's not like, oh, I really want it. It's like, no, I gotta buy it. It's a must.
Yes, because it's awesome. And wait! Oh crap! Kotobukiya is releasing the blue boot Superman in November. Watch next year in November. There'll be the red boot version. Another thing I gotta buy.
I'm glad I don't have your addiction.
Hey,
that's all I'm gonna say.
It's Superman, and
I
listen,
know.
I know Jay has way more than he'll pay $400 for that Flash versus Superman, and you know he's who I should ask because he gets Christmas presents. I'll ask him to double up with the statue so I can get one.
I just, it's never been the priority for me. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I don't have a lot of Spider-Man stuff, but it's cool. I'm not criticizing. What?
I just got the 12-inch Marvel Legends Spider-Man figure.
I mean, I have a few. I don't have a lot, though.
No, I'm not going broke, Alan. I'm only buying the figures because they're $20, and the Kotobukias are only like $40. I would never pay $200, $300 for a statue. I'd love it, but I wouldn't do it.
He'd take it for free, though.
Oh, yeah. Don't offer it to me more than once. But hold true to your word if you're offering me that.
Heck, I'd take it for free. I mean, come on. Oh, man. I don't know. Were there any other cool toys, Alan, that you saw?
I'm glad I didn't get the Nightwing that came out this year. I like the version they're making next year with the blue mask. The Batman black and whites look okay. The Trinity statue, I liked it. They made a Trinity one with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. It's okay looking. I just feel like they really made them a bit too mature. The faces were a bit too old looking. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. The Harley Quinn really stuck. That was like the star of the show. And I didn't like the Supergirl from Gotham Garage. The tattoo thing turned me off to the Supergirl statue.
Gotcha. Yeah, she's got one of those waist tattoos, right? Front and center. Which, I mean, it fits what they're going with, but Did you
Why
see
am I
that?
clicking this? Oh my God! Don't tell me they're making that a toy.
That is a toy. Every new Power Rangers toy and collectible revealed at San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, they made Draken, the mix of the green and white Ranger. Why? Now I've got to buy another
I'm
thing.
going to show you there's the whole article. There's weapons and figures and all kinds of stuff.
Oh man, what did they do? Okay, well the Zords, I can live without the Zords. I already have the Zord. Okay, I can live without the Gold Ranger staff. I have the original one still.
Yeah.
They made the Draken. They made Lord Draken.
It's mainly Draken.
Putties, Ninja. Right. And they made a mini bust of Draken. Oh, come on. That's two things I got to get. The mini bust, what do you call it? The Lord Draken mini bust, and if that's a full bust, it's going to be Lord Draken and Boom Studios.
I don't know, but I'll even admit that looks cool. The Lord Draken one.
Yeah, I would like it. I don't know if I'll. The mini bust will probably be affordable for me. I don't know about the other statue. It depends how. Why does Thanos look so sad standing on that bookshelf? That's not Thanos. He's talking about your background. That's actually
Terrax.
Terrax.
Oh, I'm getting an echo.
Up. Test.
And he's not lonely. Silver Surfer's right there. He's staring at Silver Surfer. That's what's going on.
He's looking down at the board as it passes.
He's like, what are you doing here, dude? I don't know. I just tossed him up there. I don't know. No reason.
Now that he pointed it out, it's like he's like this, slumped over.
It's because he won't stand up straight. I try to stand him up straight. Well, okay. Well, now he does it, of course.
Yeah, he won't stand up. Oh,
every time I try, he falls over. So
that's what you got to do. You got to live. Now I'm gonna watch it and see if it while we're streaming.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Here I was about to screen share Lord Draken, and I get that.
Yeah, Lord, screen share that because that's awesome.
There.
Oh, I want that.
Zoom in, but it won't zoom in. Oh, there we go.
Combination of white and green Rangers, so awesome.
Yeah. All right, stop sharing. Cool. That's all I could find.
That's fine. As far and Alan asked about the crossover of TMNT and the Ghostbusters. We did talk about that before, but I love them. I think the figures look really great. I probably won't get them because 2 to 1 they'll be like super expensive, or they'll come out and then disappear. So probably not for me. I wish I could have gotten those wrestling figures. That would have been nice. That was 2 years ago, I think, WWE ones.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's Turtles. It's Turtles, and it's based off of the Turtles from the anime that's going on in Nickelodeon. If they crossed it over with the 80s Turtles, that would be cool.
Yeah. All right, so there's 2 more things we got to talk about. I forgot. Runaways, which I actually did a short video of earlier. It was not supposed to come out until 2018 on Hulu. They moved it up where it's coming out November 21st on Hulu now. So we've only got 3 months until it comes out, 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this. I love Runaways. It's one of those books that I recommend to anybody. It's like if you've never read comics, if you're a current reader, if you're getting back into comics, I recommend Runaways. It's just one of those series. It's specifically the first 2 volumes. So I'm so stoked that it's coming this year instead of next year. I can't wait for it.
This will be my first official Runaways book that I'm getting as it comes out. My ex-girlfriend was super into Runaways, and then I had read the books also while she was reading them, and they were fun. So this will be my first official Runaways book.
So you're talking about the comic, which is also coming out, but I'm talking about the Hulu series.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the comic.
Well, they're both coming out, so I mean, it's awesome. You're getting tons of Runaway love.
The Hulu series, see, that's a little bit more.
It's only 10 episodes.
I might try it out, but I've not seen too many good things. I thought you were talking about the comic after the series.
Yeah, we can talk about the comic too. I mean, that's they revealed in solicitations that Gert is back somehow, Gertrude. So I mean, that's really interesting. I've wanted them to do a TV show or a movie for so long with Runaways that I'm so excited about this. And like I said, it wasn't supposed to come out for another year, and they moved it up.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. It's 10 episodes, so that means it's going to be condensed storytelling, which I think is perfect for it. So I
hope they do it like the way the book went. Do the first volume of Runaways for the first story. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, it's made for that kind of serialized thing. It's like all these kids are, they think their parents are evil, and their parents actually are evil, and they got to fight against them. It's just a cool story. So we'll see what happens with it. So
I might actually watch Hulu for that. I might actually go on Hulu for that.
Yeah, it's just 10 episodes, man. It's not a big commitment with that one. So
that's maybe why I like it. That's like what Marvel does on Netflix, so it's perfect for me.
Maybe we'll do a CMB.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, if you like it. I'm
not going to force you to watch it. Find out is if we do a CMB. Watch it.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. All right. Speaking of which, we'll do that at the end. Never mind. We'll do that at the end. Actually, we might talk about it tomorrow. Okay. I'll message you here in the chat about it, what I'm thinking about. So that just leaves Doomsday Clock.
Oh, why is he back in the blue boots? Why is Superman back in the blue boots again?
Yeah.
On Mars, and they showed some panels. Jeff Johns almost let Ozymandias slip out of his mouth. Ah!
Yeah. I don't know all the information. It's hard to pick through these panel coverage things. But what I do know is that Jeff Johns, first of all, it's coming out November 22nd, which is a Wednesday. It's a 12-issue series. We all know this. He showed the first few panels. And let's see, we have them on Comic. If you go to comicfrontline.com, there's an article where Jay posted these 6 panels. The first one's The End Is Near, and then you're getting a few headshots, and you see a car flying, and then there's this big teaser image of the Justice League standing on Mars, and it says, "Who watches the Watchmen?" And that is just, I mean, if you read the original Watchmen, you know that's a theme throughout it. Yeah, exactly. It's a tag from it. So it's very meaningful here, and it's going to be interesting to see the way it plays out. And he talked about the reason for doing it in November is because when he was a kid, he used to read a lot of comics over Thanksgiving. So I thought that was cool. There's a lot of personal stuff in there for him to do it at this time and stuff.
But the thing is, Doomsday Clock is supposed to lead into the big event, so that means that if it's 12 issues and it's starting in November, that means December, January is when this event is going to drop. Unless the event happens, because I thought the event was supposed to happen fall of 2018.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's like I said, it's a 12 issue. It's actually a monthly series. It's not weekly or anything like that.
Right.
Doomsday Clock's 12 issues, and they're taking breaks in March and August.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Then if they're taking 2 breaks, then that pushes it to February.
Yeah. So it's still a ways out, but
all right. 2019 is going to be the big event then.
Maybe so. Or at least January, because if they're starting in November.
December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Now they're taking 2 months off. December, yeah, you're right. January will be the last issue.
Okay. Interesting. So they're going to kick off 2019 with it then, like you said. Yeah, so I mean, obviously they're still being close to the best with it. He did almost slip, like you said, and say Mr. Ozymandias. But he caught himself and stopped himself, which was probably on purpose. And I had the panel up here that had the whole thing, but it's disappeared on me. It will not load now. So I was going to try to pick through it and pick out things that he said.
I do have a question while you're looking at that. When did Convergence happen? That was in spring, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So figure if this ends in January, February, April, May. You take a 3-month gap in between the events, June, July, August. You could have your big Crisis / Watchmen versus DC, get the original DC universe, or fix the status quo of the DC universe, get rid of the New 52 and the person who's manipulating the DC universe for however many years it's been.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't believe is that Dr. Manhattan manipulated the DC universe since Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'll believe that he's been messing with the DC universe from the New 52. I'd like to believe that pre-New 52 DC was not tampered with by Dr. Manhattan. Because even during the Crisis, they blamed a lot of what happened in the DC universe during Infinite Crisis and stuff like that. It'd be really, I don't know, I just feel like it'd be wrong if you say, oh yeah, well, also going even further back, making an even bigger picture was Dr. Manhattan that was making what happened. That's a tiny bit too much to say that after Crisis on Infinite Earths, 86 all the way through to now was Dr. Manhattan.
No, I surely not. I hope it's just where the New 52 after Flashpoint. I'm hoping that's where he started influencing things. Because that would make sense. Yeah.
Right. It would make sense if he controlled 86 through 2011. That'd be weird.
Yeah. No.
Because why all of a sudden do a shakeup? You know what I mean?
Right. And I mean, it's comics, so 30 years ago could be like 5 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And the past 5 years of New 52, if you really look at the stories, I'd say maybe 2 years passed in the comic world, maximum. And that's maximum. Maybe just a year.
Yeah. What it does say is when the final issue of Doomsday Clock is released, the DC Universe will be caught up to the story's timeline, which starts in the future of the DCU. So they're kind of playing with time a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So they're starting in the future. Oh, so it's kind of like, what was it? Not Countdown, not 52. There was a series that happened that took place. No, that was in the past. It started in the past in the DC universe. Remember when DC? No, you probably weren't reading DC. It was called 7 years. Not 7 years later. 7 months later or something.
Yeah.
And we were 7 months in the future, but 52 added, made that, filled in the gap while we were 7 or a year.
Right.
No, 1 year later.
While we were 1 year later. That's what it was. A while.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the 52, the count up to 52 caught us up to that 1 year absence or gap.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's similar in that way, yeah.
Right, just vice versa. This is
Yeah.
a year ahead, and the DC universe has to play catch up this time instead.
Yeah. So he talked about how they're using imagery in every panel, just like Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons, excuse me, Dave Gibbons did. That he didn't want Dr. Manhattan to just be a gimmick or a cameo. They talk about that teaser that I mentioned with them standing on Mars, and he commented on the thing. Some people think Watchmen should never be touched, but he has a story he believes in, that kind of thing. Yada yada. We've heard all this kind of stuff before.
Alan Moore's rolling around saying he hates it.
He says that Doomsday Clock encompasses everything from Action Comics #1 to today.
Whoa. Action Comics #1 in 1938?
Yeah. That's what he said.
So then you're saying, then that's saying Dr. Manhattan influenced the DC universe since day one.
I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. I don't know. But that's towards the end of the panels when he almost said Ozymandias, and then they said it's heavily implied, but he never actually said it. So I think we all know that anyway, though. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
I'm nervous as hell.
Yeah. the images were cool, and again, you can find those on comicfrontline.com. So I'm excited, but at the same time, it's like, what are they going to do? How is this going to affect the DC universe? It's going to be very interesting to see it play out.
I feel with Superman, they know they screwed up when they unmarried him and Lois and kind of put him on his own, which is why they brought this Superman in with Lois and the baby. So Superman has a son now. So I don't feel like they're going to write. I mean, they didn't write off Damian and Batman, and Damian's been around for so many years. So now that John is there, I think that not only solidifies Superman and Lois being together, but it solidifies Superman's status quo as far as marriage and like him and Lois. I think now are kind of cemented in because of John.
Right.
But at the same time, if John fits into this puzzle where they lose John, but they end up staying together, I don't know. I don't think they'll lose John either, because I feel like he's like a pivotal character now. He is Superboy, Yeah. So even when Connor comes back, it's like Jay always says, he'll probably take up a new mantle. But I feel comfortable with Superman because I feel like he's pretty well cemented in now, because they tried what Marvel did with Spider-Man, and everybody dogged the hell out of them for it. And because, thank God, Joe Quesada doesn't work for DC. DC has a brain and figures, okay, the fans don't like it. We're going to bring things back a little bit, and we're going to even add a kid into it and let Superman be a dad. It works. It really does work. So
it does. Yeah. Here's my question, though. Obviously, Watchmen was a deconstruction of the superhero genre, and it was a deconstruction of a Justice League-like team. How do you – obviously, Dr. Manhattan is a villain. He's the villain of the story of Watchmen, ultimately, even though, he doesn't view himself as a villain, and at first you don't view him as a villain, but he is the villain, him and Ozymandias. So, at the same time, these are revered characters. This is a revered story, critically acclaimed. How do you make him the villain of the entire DC universe, a villain that the Justice League has to take out, and still preserve the integrity of that story?
I don't think the Justice League will be able to beat Dr. Manhattan. I think something's going to happen, and logic, like, I see more of a verbal fight happen, and somehow, somewhere, somebody is going to convince Dr. Manhattan that he's wrong, and he's going to leave on his own accord. I don't see a brute fight stopping Dr. Manhattan, because if nothing in the Watchmen universe could stop Dr. Manhattan, and they've already shown that Dr. Manhattan has not only gotten rid of Owlman, but he's gotten rid of Orion. He literally poof, they're gone.
Yeah.
Reverse Flash, same thing. So it's like, if he can take out all those characters in the snap of a finger, he can do it to the Justice League too. So this has to be a fight that's won without brute force.
Yeah, I'm concerned how they preserve both. How they preserve Justice League, how they preserve Watchmen, and still have them face each other in some way, shape, or form. And man, your camera is giving me a headache. Shaking.
Sorry, I was typing.
No, it's
Brevin Campbell said both of them could be Superboy, Connor and John. And then I made the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could call the comic Superboys.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I feel
team.
like that would work too. I feel like Jeff Johns knows where he's going with this book. I have faith in him. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, he hasn't done anything that we haven't liked. To put in perspective, Green Lantern, we liked it.
Yeah.
The Rebirth,
Blackest Night, yeah.
Flash Rebirth, we liked it. Justice League, the comic, we liked it.
His Teen Titans run.
His Teen Titans run, loved his Teen Titans run with
Mhm.
Boy and everything. So I have nothing in my library that is Jeff Johns related that I don't like. So if he's doing this event that's supposed to fix new, or that apparently has been going on since New 52, like New 52 was supposed to lead to this event and then either fix the DC universe back to where it was or somehow return the legacies to the characters, but all of what happened in 52 still happened. So it's basically just another step forward. I have faith in that. I have faith in Jeff Johns. I've never not liked anything he's done. Aquaman,
that's true.
Because I'm not an Aquaman fan, is the only.
I loved his Aquaman.
But you know, since he's left Aquaman, it's gone down. So honestly,
it went down. I think it's picked back up recently with this new arc, but before that,
yeah, with the long hair and the beard, you mean the Aquaman arc?
Yeah, where he's no longer the king of Atlantis, and there's this whole underground movement. Yeah, it's gotten interesting again, but
okay,
yeah, it kind of went downhill after he left it. Yeah, for a while.
Gotcha. So yeah, I have faith. I have faith that Jeff Johns knows what he's doing, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. There's still more DC Rebirth. I believe it's tomorrow.
There is a DC Rebirth. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and talk about that because we'll start wrapping up. Tomorrow, the big things that we noticed were there's a DC Universe Rebirth panel, there's a Marvel Secret Empire panel, and there's DC's Dark Knight Metal and Dark Matter panel. Those are the three big Marvel things. There's also Marvel's Defenders. We'll probably be touching on that. And whatever else pops up that hits our interest. Right. We'll talk about that tomorrow night, and then we'll talk about future plans for this show tomorrow night as well.
Right. So what we're going to be doing is kind of like what Michael and I did with E3. We're going to try to recap all the days because my days are super busy, and what I'm doing is instead of doing solo videos for all the topics, I'm just saving all my stuff for the Chris and Brant show at night. So all of the stuff I want to talk about will be here. So for the next 3 days, right? 3 days? 3 days, yeah. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For the next 3 days, we'll be doing the Chris and Brant show recapping all the stuff from San Diego. We'll be talking about all the stuff that interests us. So if you want to know any recaps or stuff that I'm interested in from San Diego, and that Brant's interested in that doesn't do – Brant, you did a lot of videos today, though. I will say that. Brant has done a couple of videos. I'm super busy. I'm trying. I'll try to do 1 or 2 solo videos, but the main stuff that's going to be coming from me personally will be on the Chris and Brant show. So keep an eye out tomorrow for more. And Saturday and Sunday, same thing. We're going to be doing recaps of all the days of San Diego. So if there's anything you want us to talk about, definitely be on the show tomorrow. Let us know, and we'll definitely talk about it. Talk Dark Metal. Look, they released the image. Who released an image?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll definitely be talking about that tomorrow, though, because
we'll talk about it tomorrow, though, Brett.
They're doing that panel, yeah. So we'll learn more about it, and if there's.
And Spartan, to answer your question, I will be streaming tomorrow. I will not be doing any group work. Fortnite comes out tomorrow, so I'll probably be streaming a bit of that on my Twitch. Obviously, with San Diego going on right now, as much as I'd love to stay on top of new games, I want to focus on San Diego first, and then I'll be streaming on Twitch. But I will be probably doing some Fortnite, and I still have to do that Destiny 2 beta before it runs out. So at some point, I definitely want to cover that. So I have 2 streams coming up. I will be setting a set schedule so you guys won't have to worry about sporadic posting. It's taking me time. It's a slow start for the Twitch, but once it gets started, it'll have its own momentum moving forward. So for now, just keep an eye on my Twitter. Eventually, I'll have a Twitter dedicated to the streams. Sorry for throwing us completely off, but
no, it's fine. And I just want to apologize to any viewers that did not see this on our live stream schedule for Frontline this week. This was an impromptu thing that we decided to do, not last minute, but way after we put that schedule out. So
we'll have Jay updated for the next 3 days at least. We'll have Jay fix it up so you guys will see us for the next. We will be doing it every single night for the next 3 nights. So for those of you watching now or even post live, there will be a Chris and Brant show for SDCC day fill in the blank recap.
Right, exactly. Cool. All right.
So you'll see us again tomorrow. So Brant, I'm passing out. Well, it's on you already. I keep forgetting I'm controlling the camera, so I've been on you every time you take a drink. I try to reach to the camera fast enough to switch it. I'm sorry. They got me drinking a few times.
I'll show off my Avengers cup. That's cool.
There you go.
All right,
I'm on you now.
All right, so I'm Brant. He's Chris. We just put on a show you couldn't miss. He says Cowabunga. I say Yo Joe. Bye from the Chris and Brant show.
It brought you, Andy. See you guys tomorrow for day 2. Day 2 is coming tomorrow with a better outro. Brant's going to be thinking about it all night.
What's wrong with that one? It was decent.
No, it was fine. It's just you pause to think.
I know. Because it's cool. Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy.